goals if it does not change its revenue collection procedure. A new report from the Institute of Public Finance now reveals the government's ongoing fiscal consolidation, which has seen budget cuts on key public spending items, has not rescued Kenya from the high risk of debt distress yet, with high debt service costs watering down the efforts. And as Ruga Ival now reports, the report says that despite cutting budgets to control government spending, high public debt service costs still puts the country on the brink of a debt distress.
Growth.
Kenya is at the verge of missing its economic growth targets in the medium term as the country grapples with high debt affliction. IPF, in a new report titled Macro Fiscal Analytical Snapshot Report, says that the recent devaluation of the Kenyan shilling against the US dollar signifies a downgrade in the country's economic outlook. James Muragori, CEO IPF, notes that the elevated risk of debt distress, as highlighted by the IMF, poses challenges in effectively managing external debt servicing.
Our forecasting model is still not light. We are very ambitious. So when we set our target for revenue, we set it very high. So you notice that what was corrected was more than had been corrected in the same period the previous year. So it means that we have been able to meet that, and that means we don't have a revenue problem. It's literally an expenditure problem, because as we target, as we forecast on our revenue, so as a country, so are we forecasting, are doing, mambo jumbo in expenditure. So we have high level, very high targets in expenditure, and that means and majorly at this particular point, we know this year we have a target of paying at least approximately 1.6 trillion in public debt. So majorly that and we are expecting to correct approximately 2.4 or thereabout, would it be, or thereabout, 2 trillion or thereabout of revenue.
Additionally, speaking from Spring Hotel in Nairobi County, stakeholders have argued that Kenya has been laying the wrong strategies in dealing with the surging debt.
We believe that if the capacity of government is strengthened to be able to formulate policies and implement strategic policies on public finance, that if the capacities and the ability of citizens to participate in PFM decision making is strengthened, then public finance officials will be persuaded to design and implement equitable, effective, and efficient public finance policies that will be transparent, participatory, and responsive to citizen needs.
They continue to explain that the Universal Health Coverage Project might not materialize due to lack of enough funds being invested in that sector.
If we look at all the health expenditures within the country, it's estimated that should we attain UHC, at least 5% of GDP, that we should be allocating to the health sector at least 5% of the GDP. But we currently only have 2.2% of the GDP going towards the health sector. And so that's, again, another question on whether our commitment to UHC is actually financially backed, or is it just a commitment that we are having on paper?
Nevertheless, there is concerns after health sector donors threatened to withdraw, such as PEPFAR, who are the major medical sponsors of HIV and AIDS, who have now called off the distribution of their donations in Kenya.
Is able to bear the weight that will come with the costs that were previously financed by donors. We've already cried out that the health sector is underfunded, but are we also preparing for the costs that we'll have to bear in the near future, because donors are leaving the country? And another risk that we have, other than sustainability, is the fact that the programs that we have implemented may lose the gains made.
Ruga Ival, Lookup TV.
Moving forward is that Deputy